So 2 months before the crisis began, we started our journey of our own, right? We went to our journey to become a completely digital airline. So I'm here talking about a little bit about this, and I'll go through our motivation on how we get there, how we did it, the results. I'll show you a little bit of the screens and features we implemented, and then I'll finalize with the roadmap of what's coming. So we wanted to be an airline in your pocket, in your cell phone. We wanted to have a personalized offer and engagement, and Amazon-like offer building, seamless navigation, enhancing client experience, one-click payments. All these features, we wanted you to have it without having to interact with a human. Kind of what all these digital native companies are doing. So we defined a strong aspiration for ourselves. We said we wanted to have 100% automatic changes, cancellations, and refunds, 100% automatic check-ins, increasing ancillary sales through digital channels by 5 times, migrate 50% of assisted private travel to digital, and reduce transaction costs by 35%. This is a really aggressive and a goal that we wanted to have as an airline. So how we did it? We started first by identifying 2 major macro processes, which we call order to cash and door to door. So order to cash will be all the process that the customer or traveler does from the moment he engages in the web application or app, in the digital platform, and he commits his money into traveling with us. So all these steps happen during order to cash, engagement, offer building, payment, and then order management. And then we have the second process called door to door, which is basically taking the client from his door of his house or whatever he's at to his destination, which included client in-flight information, pre-flight, and incident management. So we started first digitalizing 2 core journeys and finalized the customer channels, but we also wanted to have these new fancy channels like WhatsApp and travel agencies. So one of the things that came very clear at the beginning was that doing the way we have been doing things would not work. So what we did was decided on it was a very tough decision. We decided to rebuild everything from scratch in Greenfield and simplify the business model, because not even with the current business model, the digital transformation might not be possible. So in the end, the approach, this gave birth to 3 fundamental pillars, which is a flexible, sustainable, and simple processes and IT architecture, which is the Greenfield approach I just talked about, an end-to-end self-contained journey and accountability. And what I wanted to talk the most here is the independent and agile decision-making and execution. We figure out an agile way of getting this using an MVP approach, where we build a really small product and then let it grow. We also co-located teams in a different environment. We separated from the main LATAM organization, so this team could work independently and think like a startup rather than the big company that LATAM is. Okay, so this is the result. The MVP, the main mobile product we launched on Ecuador, it was just a small product just for domestic flight, with automated check-in, new booking flow, and digital channels and refund. And from that, we started the product increment phase, which will increase coverage, to eliminate consistency with the old website and the old applications, improve merchandising capabilities, and test high potential products. And then will be a continuous improvement phase, which is basically a deep network, increase the monetization, add new products, and do some kind of cross-selling. So what were the results? So we, for MVP, the result after the 3-month implementation in Ecuador, we saw a 3.11% increase in conversion rate, which is big for this industry. We saw 60% faster in time for purchases, 129% in ancillary and core passenger in sales, 2 percentage point in digital features, and 70% of logging orders received, 1,000 point percentage in digital marketing return on investment. As a performance KPI, we have a really successful platform, which is really stable and that our customers really appreciate. And then in terms of operational KPIs, we're now doing something that it's new for us. I think no other carrier in Latin America is doing. We have automated checking. We have completely eliminated the checking process, which was in line with the business rule simplification I talked about a little bit earlier. We also saw improvement in counter checking for all passengers because this is completely digitalized now, and 20% passenger in kiosk on the airports. So these are the features that we implemented. There's a bunch of them, but I think it will be better if we look at the screens. So this is all the screens of the products we have. So we try to keep really clean aesthetics and be really simple. Well, and the message we'll try to convey in every single one of these screens. And that's a result in 88%, 60% reduction in purchase average time, which is really huge. So purchases tend to take way less than before. 50% reduction in the average number of clicks required to purchase, which is also one of the things we were attempting, and 88% reduction in filling for purchases, which is something that a native business application tries to do. So finally, a roadmap. We launched Ecuador on May, as I said. We recently launched Chile, and we'll be launching Colombia and Brazil really soon. With that, we'll have 97% coverage of the market, and then we'll launch the other markets, which are press relevant for us in the coming year. So back to you, Lev.